Ogoche Ikama was financial secretary. Ogamia will give us everything. If you meet in a lawyer at AGM or delegate conference, what she call financial statement Kabawa to be incorporated in this thing. Again, no day I have. But I like to call you Clonia, you could do Nala Kelaka, I like to call you 33 books. Nobody will talk about it. Even in our enshrined in our constitution, nobody, there should be a standard, accounting standard, so that Ochetoha the year, not to hire one, we will continue with that. But then your man coaching legal or that as it is now, books no auditor cannot auditor. Go wide along. You see, but all the same, then subsequently this August House can talk about it. But not to blame the financial because Mbelako Ochetoha no get continue be too clonyang and yala.
Sorry.
Ochetoha Kidoma. President, by your leave, I want to speak as an amicus curiae, as a friend of the house. Comments now, financial statements, some of them are showing misconceptions. The financial secretary's duty is to keep the books of account, from which he is to draw up these financial statements and report to us. The auditor's job is to assure us that those books have been kept, properly kept, that he is satisfied with the information the financial secretary is presenting. So you don't buy a dog and back yourself. We cannot be asking to see the bank statements. That is what the auditor is telling us that he has seen. You cannot say books have not been kept. The audit report says they have been kept. See paragraph 3. It says proper books of account have been kept. It says he is satisfied with the finances. So, Oman Doko, as I said, I speak as a friend of the house. The auditor is to assure us. If the auditor says he is not satisfied, then we shall ask what is wrong with our books. And books of account, are you talking of hard cover ledgers or cash books, or is that what you are looking for in this day and age? You even went as far as saying nobody handed over anything to you. Mr. Financial Secretary, is that correct, that I didn't hand over anything to you? If I give him soft copies of the records of this organization, I have handed over books of account to him. They don't have to be hard paper before they are books of account. We're in 2025, so I have my own criticisms of your account, of your work, but that is between me and you. But anybody can, I see we didn't keep records, or the auditor didn't do any work. I don't think we have a basis for those conclusions.
Last response.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Yeleku Philip Adole. From what I have seen, the comparative years, the closing balance of 2024 is not reflecting in the opening balance. It doesn't show as 3-point-something million. So I don't know how you got that figure from. That is number one. Then number two, I believe that this association we have been expanded. I mean, new members are always coming in. So if you look at the capitalization alone, the difference between 1.2 and 1.3 is too minimal. Have we not been increasing our member, or people are not paying? I think we should understand that one very clearly. So I'm in the opinion that our income has been reduced while our expenses is being inflated, because I don't believe that this is a true copy of the statement. Then again, what we are saying is that if you look at the expenses, annual general, although you said you have seen some of those things, because the annual general meeting AGM, the difference there, we would have you have given us the note to the account so that we'll be able to explain how you got this money and the expenses of that annual delegate was made. As you have said, you would have stated in the annual report that this is the balance in the asset bank statement, so that anybody that goes out with this document will know that this is the closing balance in the bank statement. Dan Maabua, Anyala.
Ochetoha Kidoma, Anyalo, the financial team, the financial secretary, and auditor for Ukloleya. Questions like raised Liamwa, there are some of the questions that are not specifically directed to the financial secretary per se, but is directed to the ESCO. For instance, somebody raising a question mark that AGM, that affiliate branches, all of it sponsor AGM, and he wonders why and expend this much at AGM. And I want to ask if there is any branch that is sponsoring AGM. Can somebody raise the hand from there? Let me see. No branch sponsors AGM. Everything, all expenditure for our AGMs over the years have been from the central, body. So I think that answers the question. Then the last person wondered why, compared to the 2003-2004 AGM, the last one, that the expenditure was rather very high, 2-point-something million. If you were at last year's AGM, you will recall that we held a marathon, set of meetings. We had a delegates, conference for 2 days, because we were deliberating and sorting out the constitution, and then we followed it up with the AGM on the 3rd day. Those 3 days, the hosting for those 3 days was, and then the fact that cost of things by last year were much more than what it was the previous year. So what you expended 2 years ago, you expect that there will be an increase in the expenditure, coupled with the fact we spent 3 days carrying out these activities. I think that answers those 2 questions. Now over to the Financial Secretary for your response.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Grab observation now, Lawrence, concerning the financial performance here. Issue number 1, out of the AGM, the Vice President has clarified that. bank statement nkela gbabu nkela nka. The source document used for this preparation and presentation of the financial performance is strictly on the bank statement. Oyijedu maga wa account alo or nyoma account alo without routing it through the bank statement. Every payment is to be routed through the bank. Or to branch do mano gbije cash. Gbije la for this period of time in gbije cash. So ije dead now it goes through the bank. And the what was used as a source document to this presentation is the bank statement. Balance brought forward. That was the closing balance as at March ended 2024. Is used as the opening balance for the current financial year. And what we have as our expenses over income over expenses, the 1.261332. I have the copy of the bank statement. If you want to clarify that, sir, I'll give it to you personally if you want to see it, because there's nothing here that is hidden. The auditor concerning the Panika he has not seen any work done by the auditor. We appointed the auditor. We collectively cannot assess the book of accounts or check the preparation of the financial position or financial performance. The auditor is our representative. He speaks on behalf of the Congress. So whatever the auditor has observed, he stands for the Congress, not individual that will come to you and say, this is our book, come and assess it. So this is our stance, please.
Yes, exactly. Ochetoha Kidoma. I knew about me out of 1 year. Hold on. Other no, again no there. Ne present for Achepa. Me neko. Achepa no gele for Paco Kiji Kalo. Again alo me jele. Wow, financial secretary. Même l'auditeur, et l'account quoi dire, et le statement quoi dire, et le presenter, and I have a financial stalwart too here who has said it. What is the word? And yaka kalo babudu, olomai. Query those naje, who financial secretary, no accountant, no word and young. So query those naje. I believe that he may have answered it, but and now answering. Genuinely, although no clerk, if they can, you can institute or consult a private editing to look into it. But I had never seen a Ghana gave you bank statement, full statement of account, KY Gila, so I think it's just this way, but other than satisfying, honestly, you still have a legal right to constitute another thing so that we can see it. Agida.
Anya President, Odana Loka Amanya, Oweki, Ochewa Doko indict Ochedodu, but to show the way forward in case of next time when we are getting a report. For example, election now. Actual report. The night of manifesto. Kone ehokela achu zikalabane ko Potako somewhere. Ebeche. Eke ebule. Today we don't have the list of debtors. No, wait, Ngewa, let me finish. We don't have the list of debtors because report no honya. You branch no bule pema, they are supposed to be attached to it. That is one. Two, your notes to account. When you come to expenses and income, for example, one, victim support. Who are the people who contributed to this victim support? We don't have their list attached to this report. We don't want to answer.
anyhow. But to show that whoever is coming next time will do the right thing, so that we are not holding anybody ransom.
Oma, the last one and we will take note of it. But the truth about it is that Mega need you beating support this thing and that this is a structured something. That's how they do it. Other than that, no. Listen. Yaje. This is financial statement. It is not reporting what we have done and what we have not done to you. It is financial statement. It is structured. You know? Come. Agada.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Please, President General, your lelo hello, an individual as hello, okela. It's like I don't honor you in Nuhama. Why cannot honor you in Nuha to gather in Nuha, okela, but I got in Magico Hale, okela, or you get Greton. Olamalu, Cocho, Alacocho, get boring in my Umekoloa. Where can Hale, okay? Mr. Dog Poga, please. President, do fine.
One house, please.
Please. And on like AOB, do you have any AOB? Okay. Ochetoha Kidoma. Alam anomeko yano. When can move a lot to item agenda lohwa. Anochiko item again. So abega hall and not take AOB na the next item and ogenya now President Gay with the life.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Odana lo chiko ya baba wo goodwill messages, but alo jeko duda no banya alu goodwill lo Ochetoha Kidoma. So alo iga ayo magen. Oche no lu goodwill kuna lo mama o on goodwill kunu te obado. So o ma alo skip nu. And so alo lo ma skip and alo chiko nyua lunch break. Lunch kalo is ready. But odana alo ipe chikalo yagla alo lo next item ma, which is the appointment of electoral committee. Alo lo appoint alo lo house nya the law. Then if una alo chibi one more no lunch Lokoya Yokwa. So I have the privilege to and the honor by the consent of the people whose names I'm going to mention to appoint them as our electoral committee members. Number 1 and chairman of the electoral committee is Chief Dan Obe. Chief Dan Obe was our second president. He was the second president of this association, and he remains forever relevant to this association. So today he will chair the electoral process, and he's the chairman. Next to him is yet another president emeritus. Yes. Another president emeritus, ranking 5, not in hierarchy but in sequence, the 5th president of Ochetoha Kidoma. He too is a member of this electoral body. And the 3rd member, I've not asked. Okay, please. Is Mr. Aju Ahmed, 5th president. Mr. Aju Ahmed was our 5th, number 5 president in the role of president of Ochetoha Kidoma. And then the 3rd member is Professor Teddy Agida, who is a member of our branch, but he is the CMD of the teaching hospital that we have here, teaching hospital to Fusho. So may we also acknowledge him. So Acheta Naloje, as electoral body here, I have maybe used, wait now, 1 house. Maybe I have used the presidential fiat, but I will serve it to the house. Do we agree that these 3 people will constitute our electoral body? Yes. Very well. Okay, hold on. It's not far-fetched. Acheno Chemma. Listen now. Agida. Yaje. Achetana Lohinya. Acheno check ko form ke electoral body amma ko jabogicho. Count them. Agada, count them now. Count them. What? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. No. One house. Agida, what is your ground?
Election my president, election Agaya election. You don't go and load the INEC people from one district. Select people from other district. Look at the other member. We have done this election before. Today is not the first one.
Listen. If you have done this election before, I have also done the election. And no, sit down. We shouldn't do this. No confident in the credibility of Achembanya. Election now, the election from previous times. past presidents, the chair Kodea, we have 2 past presidents on ground. We have 2 past presidents on ground. Other than that, listen. One house. One house.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Please, I know Jojirima Chino Lelo Hoa Kocho. I know Jojirima Chino Hoa Kocho.
Oh yeah, I mean, who is this one?
Hello. Hello, can we have one house, please?
One house.
Please.
One house.
Please.
Kocho, let's not reduce.
We have a tradition, sir. That's what the point they are trying. We have a tradition in this house. We respect to elections. Yes, we have a tradition. That is what he's trying to explain. Please, let us listen and understand what he's saying. We need to understand what he's saying. We have a tradition.
Kocho. Now, Odana Loyanya, Kocho a lot of confidence people do. Let us not make people feel they are inadequate for whatever reason. Wo Ochetoha no ge your Ochetoha Kidoma must have a level of integrity. Ana lo ikodanya akole yodana lo ga ya ichenya. Ndoka ebe. U post nya na lo da chefa right now. No, no, Jilima, we must look at it. Other no Jilima, then Alochiko Lojilima Church and Banyanya. First and foremost, our Chena Kanya, they are highly reputable people. They have been presidents of this association. Okay, now the fourth member of this body.
I'm going to please, sir.
Is
we need to respect the house.
Is Agida. Agida is the 4th member. So why?
Hey, one house. Another Kojalo, and Okuya Menyo. Hey, one house, please. One house. One house. Hey, Anokojalo present. Okukame, Alalo Futo Ito.
Hold on.
Anojalo present.
Hold on.
One house.
Akocho, let's Alokela, again alo there. No, Chilimaka alo there. Alokela, again, no Chilimaka alo there. Owe Nana as the president of this association, up until this time, I should have some discretion. I suggested that so that other na doko more than a year, no back and you could get there. But I'll decline now. I remain on the 3. Achetam Baboa, Ekununka plan can check aloyo there, or do that check. One person alone cannot change it. So we keep the 3 people. Pay you go electoral body card or each. Other no, then you plugging, Kocho, I suggest that we go to court. So Kocho look lawyer. Then Iyeka Chetam Baboa, Aflaikunu, Chief Dan Obey, past president of Ochetoha Kidoma. Number 2, Mr. Aju Ahmed, past president of Ochetoha Kidoma. Number 3, Professor Teddy Agida, CMD of Teaching Hospital. So Achetanya will constitute the electoral body. And I believe that will be my last assignment. The second to the last assignment. And the last assignment now is to crave for somebody who will move for the solution of the house. After this, we will now go for lunch. And as we come back for lunch, the table will now belong to the electoral body. And from there, we will be dissolved, and the table will belong to the electoral body, and they will conduct the rest of the affairs.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Yen leka leche nura foga. Doko move for President General and his vice. Lai Gabono Bia Loja Wai Bichia. Eluklo Kuayame. Eluklo Ayalo. Unalo Ipu. Amam pursuant to Okpaki no Igba Loa. No Leku Constitution now. And in the interest and furtherance of continuous leadership or aloche kichenya ukloku wako ume keku gadata aje oyaka logeli gabo epefua esomo
Alagbabolo.
President, we communicate the go for the last time, and our members of the more branches. Ian Leko, Professor Amale Adeku, Chairman, Ochetoha Kidoma, Jos, or motion, no, Alishenu, move. Even the Aloju branch, no man, go or post and alloging. No go support motion number go about ESCO go AVM tuni adokule ya mema go alolo adiso go achi ako linu wolalo I so support
Alagbabolo.
It will no longer be valid or engmenoyonya. Obiengmeglalo apply on Pakunu patron called Aine Club Elder Adole also brought for us. Odunna lo put for hire alokinyo guide for Elder Abo Chief Elder Dan Obi Polo Anuga Administrator Kengme Adumia. Oh, hot lawyer Baba, okay, hot we go no kuche wugada, choke lawyer, and cannot Maya go back or I can give me a check. But having done that, a motion has been moved for the solution of the house. A motion has also been moved. It has been acknowledged. Somebody has seconded it. Therefore, the house, from now, which we will call the former house, our administration stands dissolved. Thank you very much. Anyala.
Ochetoha Kidoma. Ochetoha Kidoma.
Coach.
Alagbabolo ngakho jabo onye